So, yesterday, Redbeard promised to try another interesting stout today. And then he realized it's supposed to be hard soda slash cider Saturday. So, a hard soda slash cider is being had instead. The stout will be tomorrow. What be going down, people of the world? Redbeard here, coming at you from his couch. Welcome back to the Daily Drink vlog for the beer and the glass of the today. We have got a can of Captain Morgan's Spiked Root Beer Premium Rum Beverage. And then the Pirate Lego. Yes, indeed. I've been a pretty big fan of all the spiked root beers except that horrendous thing Mill Street calls a hard root beer. So, yeah, really kind of hoping that this is along the same lines as the tasty ones. Let's crack her open. Fucking cat hair, man. Always with the cat hair. Use the chalice today. There seems to be a couple chunks of ice. Not the first time you've ever seen my little fridge where I keep the hard ciders and sodas. Yeah, as always, all the thanks in the whole wide world goes you watch my videos. The beard loves you all so very, 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 very much. Yeah, this is definitely going to be cold. I don't know if anybody of you seen, but the Sinha Stout vlog that I did. My mom bought me that Sinha Stout, and the other two bottles of beers she bought me were in the same fridge as this stuff. I had it set too cold. Things froze and got destroyed. So yeah, this is going to be very cold. There were little chunks of ice in it. Doesn't seem super carbonated, but let's give her a shot. That is crazy cold. And actually not too bad at all. Not overly carbonated, but it has a really, really good overall root beer flavor to it. Let's do this. Cheers, everybody. I am a fan of Captain Morgan's, not their white rum. Dark rum and spiced rum, though, are delicious, so I'm not sure what rum they used in here, but it's working well. Yeah, that's really, really tasty. Gotta give a little bit of an apology for the ridiculousness of the shirt I'm wearing. I didn't realize until I sat down and started this but my sister Erin bought me this shirt. It is a large, just like pretty much all of my shirts. I like them to fit loose though, and this is apparently a slim fit large shirt, which is pretty much just them taking a medium shirt and calling it something else, as far as I can tell. I like it so much though, I need to get this same shirt in a bigger size, because I'm not a fan of the tightness in any of my clothing, really, except socks. Tight socks are good, but that's it. Rambling. Good times. Drinking this shit. Good times. It's not a huge ingredient list, but it's not tiny. We got carbonated water, rum, glucose, fructose, natural and artificial flavors, colors, citric acid, sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, and sodium citrate. So, yeah, it's not the most natural thing in the world, and that's some kind of a date code, which, it being rum and root beer, that isn't even really required, so they did do a good job on that. 7% alcohol. That's good. I remember when I first turned 19, the legal drinking age here in Ontario, and pretty much every single cooler back then was 7%. Anything like this, it was all 7%. These days, they've lowered that actually a lot, so, you know, you're able to drink a few more before you get smashed. This year, if you drank a 6-pack of those, you'd be having a good time that evening, or day, morning, whatever time you happen to enjoy your beverages. Hopefully not the morning, that's not a good sign. Unless maybe you're camping. Camping is always an acceptable excuse for waking up in the morning, cracking open a beer. That's the only time, though, really. Unless maybe vacation, I guess, maybe. Camping and vacation. Only excuses. Today being September 3rd, first thing that happened, I'm going to butcher this name. In 1933, Yevgeny, Yevgeniy. How do you even pronounce IY? Iya. Like, weirdness. His last name is Abalakov. He was the first person to reach the highest point in the Soviet Union, which was at that point actually 100% truly called Communism Peak. Really? Really, Soviet Union? It's actually now called Izmoil Somoni Peak, and it's in Tajikistan, so not actually in the Soviet Union. Broke up, you know, all that. Yeah. Weird name for a fucking mountain. In 1935, Sir Malcolm Campbell reached a speed of 304.331 miles per hour while driving in a car on the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah, becoming the first person to drive an automobile over 300 miles per hour. And especially considering it's the Salt Flats, so it's not actually a road or something, that would be bloody terrifying. Here's to you, I'm pretty sure no longer living crazy bastard. 1935, he would have been, yeah, he's gone. Pretty sure. In 1944, Anne Frank and her family, I don't know why my voice went all weird with the Anne Frank and her family were placed on the last transport train from the Westerbork, that's a weird, Westerbork transit camp to the Auschwitz concentration camp, arriving 3 days later. And incredibly sadly, she was then killed along with so many other Jewish people at that camp just a few weeks before it was liberated, which is incredibly saddening. And finally, on this day, Dagen H in Sweden happened, which is, I gotta bring it up here and read it. It was really weird. It's today mostly called, oh my god, I'm gonna put the word like here, and that we'll try to say it together. Högertrafikomläggningen. Högertrafik, I got that. Högertrafik Malagningen. Högertrafik Malagningen. What? Sweden, your language is fucking insane. All this really was they switched the driving from being on the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Excuse me. Decent flavor even there. And they literally did it overnight. So like one day, or like, you know, for your whole life, you've been driving on the left-hand side of the road. And then all of a sudden, overnight, every road in the country is suddenly switched to driving on the right-hand side. I can't even imagine how insane that must have been for the people of Sweden. Especially considering I'm sure the cars were pretty much all designed to be like left-hand drive cars. And all of a sudden you're in right-hand drive cars. That's gotta be... Yeah, and then just, you know, trying to pass people when you can't see around them and shit. And yeah. I like living in Canada. We drive on the right-hand side. We left-hand drive. And yeah, everything's great. Our roads aren't tiny like they are in Europe. There's so many tiny roads in Europe. It's crazy. I am rambling like a fucking bastard this episode. I apologize very badly. Very badly? How do you... No! I don't apologize badly. I apologize Sincerely. That was terrible. It's going to happen again. Oh. That was a great one. Just like this. It's great. It seems to be all about like maybe a cup the hand a little bit or something. Sometimes you get that smack that doesn't sound good. And other times it's just great, you know. I have said it before, I will reiterate. When I smack myself in the head, it is purely for your entertainment. It doesn't actually hurt me at all. I have a shockingly high pain threshold up here. Which has happened. Okay, things seem okay. Sorry, my face cam. I have a 40-inch screen sitting right here hooked up to the GoPro so I can see what's going on. And it went black for like 2 seconds. So I'm hoping everything's okay. I don't know though. The screen on the GoPro says everything's still okay. Fingers crossed. You know what time it is. Time to kill Captain Morgan. Drink number the last. That is really very tasty stuff. I gotta give it to you, Captain Morgan. You done good. So, Captain Morgan, your spiked root beer rating. You know, you've got a decent size ingredient list on there, but it's root beer, so I expect it to be like a can of pop or something and not have a tiny, like the Crazy Uncle root beer. That small ingredient list was mind-blowing. This is kind of average, so I'm not going to fault you too much for it. Overall, I really did enjoy it, and I'm going to give that a solid 8.5. It was delicious. You don't taste any alcohol whatsoever. Maybe could have been a tiny bit more carbonated, but the flavor in it was just mwah, fantastic. I'm not sure what this the mwah thing was I just did with both hands and fucking goddamn everything. That's going to do it for today's Daily Drink vlog. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then be sure to smash that like button. And if you want to see more of my vlogs, then be sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you got something to say to me, then put some comments in the box down below. Thanks again, and I'll be back with another Daily Drink vlog tomorrow. Peace out! Yeah, I'm definitely never wearing this shirt again. I can't stand how small and just, like, it's like showing off the ridiculousness of my farmer tan. Like, look at that. Look at how white. Be blinded by the whiteness. I'm Ginger. The sun is my enemy.